Hey, this is Watertown365. Welcome back. We have some breaking news about Play Music on the Porch Day. That is tomorrow. A good idea for you. If this is something that you're interested in, if this is something that you do not want to forget, go to facebook.com/North Country Arts Council and you can go down to this event here, Play Music on the Porch Day, click on Interested, and that will give you some pop-ups, some updates from Facebook as the hours tick closer to this date, this event. It will also show your friends that you will be visiting and interested in it, so this can help involve your friends. And what's also cool as well is that they've added this handy dandy QR code. And if you're not a QR code aficionado, here's what you do. You take your phone, you open up your camera, which I'm sure you know at least how to open up your camera, right? So here we go. The camera is open, and then you turn it around and you take a picture of this QR code, and it says QR code detected. We tap the button to open this up, and they will give you the full schedule for this link. There's Let's Cool One, Oceans Below, Dinner with Friends, Endangered Species. So you see, and they'll basically pull up this schedule on your phone about everything happening in just a few hours from now, tomorrow, starting in the afternoon, on Play Music on the Porch Day. So we'll be talking about that. It looks like there are some concerns about attendance numbers at the New York State Fair. There is funding for septic system replacement projects in Jefferson County. There is some exciting, like fall off of your seat news about sidewalk replacements along Grant Street. The Burrville Cider Mill is open, but then going to the other extreme, the Samaritan Medical Center has paused inpatient visitation. So many things coming and going, happening and not happening. Let's talk about things happening in and around Watertown, because that's where we are, that's where you live, that's where we want to find out what's happening. So first of all, initial attendance numbers at the New York State Fair are coming in a little bit lower this fair. So the New York State Fair is an 18-day fair, and it has been bringing in about half as many people as usual. Now, people are speculating that pesky old Delta variant, plus also that combined with the fair being an increased number of days, a longer span of time, may be contributing to attendance being down. And so that's something to keep in mind. And so, I mean, if you are interested in visiting that fair, go ahead and do so. And it looks like it's happening at the Exposition Center. And in particular, this story provided by Spectrum Local News is specifically calling out someone who Alvaro's. And so the fairgrounds is opening 2 hours later this year, but it's a cool place to go because there's Future Farmers of America there, there's 4-H shows there, there's so many things to do. So consider, and of course be safe and things like that, but consider attending the New York State Fair if you feel like getting outside and doing something fun. And speaking of things that are fun, there is funding, you see what I did there? Funding available for septic system replacements near Jefferson County water bottles. This is water bodies, Jefferson County water bodies, septic system replacements. And this is reported by the excellent newscasters over at News 10 ABC, your local news leader in the Albany and surrounding areas. And so here's what's happening, is that the Jefferson County Planning Department has announced that the New York State's Environmental Facilities Corporation has opened the second round of the State Septic Replacement Fund program. And so this is a program that provides funds to repair or replace failing systems located near targeted water bodies. And I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? They don't want your septic tank to burst or go into disrepair and potentially pollute some body of water nearby. And so here's what happened, is that the priority areas include Moon Lake, Red Lake, and Indian River. So if you are near those locations, as well as the St. Lawrence River and Guffin Bay, then you are encouraged to apply if you have substandard septic systems located 250 feet or less within these water bodies. And this can apply to you if you are a resident of a year-round home, a seasonal home, or a rental property. And here's what they do. They will give you a 50% reimbursement up to $50,000 per system to upgrade it, to replace it, to make sure that it doesn't burst or fall into disrepair. And the information about this is located on the Jefferson County septic system replacement page. So I believe if you just search Jefferson County septic system replacement program, here we go. It's the very top result, Jefferson County septic system replacement program. And then here's where you can see the press release and the details and everything you need to know about getting this done and getting the reimbursement. You don't want this to burst or break on you, so it's good to know about programs like this. And speaking of programs, Watertown's sidewalk program is in full gear. Let's check this out. This is reported by NNY360. They are powered by the Watertown Daily Times and Northern New York newspapers. Very excellent publication. You should check them out at nny360.com. And here's what they're saying is they talked to Ron Toper and his neighbor who replaced the sidewalks in front of their homes on Grant Street. It looks like we have to answer a survey to even to view this news article. I mean, I just want to view this news article. Since when do you have to fill in a jillion questions? Okay, if we filled in the questions and they still didn't unlock this for us, that's okay though, I guess. All right, so the thing to know about this is that the sidewalks along Tilden Street were already replaced this summer using Community Development Block Grant funding. This is a $250,000 project to replace the sidewalks along Grant Street, and we can't view the exact details, but what's happening is that this year's projects are part of the city's Complete Streets program, which makes city streets more bicycle and pedestrian friendly. The sidewalks along Grant Street are also a foot wider than the old 4-foot wide ones. And this is very important because the street is used by students to walk to school. So who wants narrow sidewalks? No one likes that. Wider sidewalks are very luxurious. In the next year, they will be replacing the curbing and the paving. And the street will end up being the good old standard 26 feet wide. So none of those narrow sidewalks, none of those narrow streets. Now we have wider sidewalks and wider streets. And here's the thing, is that Grant Street is a low volume traffic road, but the narrower road will help slow down traffic. Okay, so I misspoke. Narrower road, wider sidewalk. And slower traffic is an important factor in a school zone. And then what's happening here is that the wider margins over in the sidewalk and the grass will make it better for snow storage for plows during the winter. So exciting times ahead on Grant Street and surrounding areas. The project is scheduled to be completed within the next few weeks. And speaking of things that are exciting, the Burrville Cider Mill. Let's find out what's happening there. Local SYR is talking about this one. And guess what? The rumors are true that the Burrville Cider Mill is officially open. Now, they are run by the Steiner family, and they have been run by them for generations. This has been called Jefferson County's best kept secret. Now, check out this for a secret, or maybe even some trivia. Now, do you want to impress someone who lives around here with your local knowledge, your repartee of what's happening here? Well, yes, I think you do. This is the oldest running establishment in the county. This was built in 1901. If you would like to win on a local trivia contest of some kind, it looks like we don't have a photo. So let's see if Google image search helps us see the good old Burrville Cider Mill. And so this is a good detour as well. BurrvilleCiderMill.com, opening August 2021. I mean, look at this place. This place looks super beautiful, and it makes you feel like you're part of history going way back in time. Look at how things used to look. You can visit a part of history. Electricity rather than water power now runs the mill equipment, but you can feel the mist and the roar of the falls. It's an experience that you will not soon forget. Now, this local store is mostly known for the good old seasonal favorites. We're talking about local apples, cheese curds, and cider pressed on site. Now, they have some infamous cider donuts. We saw them somewhere. I think if we scroll up, yeah, see those cider donuts? That is amazing. That alone is a reason to visit the Burrville Cider Mill when it opens very soon. And now, when do they open? Well, you're in luck. They opened yesterday. They opened on August 26th. And so you can now check out this place. They have opened their doors on Thursday. They've had a steady flow of customers. They are open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And let's see how to locate that place. Well, you just punch it into your phone. You just punch it into Google. And so they're located on County Road 156. And here they are in relation to everything else, right? Just down here on County Road 156. And maybe you've driven by here, right? Maybe you've seen this place and wondered, what the heck is this place? Well, it's a location where you can get your cheese curds and you can get your cider donuts. Looks like a really fun place to visit, and you can get out of the house and check out the Burrville Cider Mill. Now let's switch gears to a little bit of a COVID case spike. Here's what's happening, again reported by NNY360. Because of a local resurgence of COVID-19, the Samaritan Medical Center has paused inpatient visitation and support people for outpatient care effective this past Monday, August 23rd. And what happened is that the medical system at the moment can only support patients attending outpatient clinics. No patients in the hospital will be permitted to see visitors out of an abundance of caution, and this is an attempt to keep both the general public and hospital patients' staff safe. This comes 3 weeks after the hospital was forced to reopen its COVID-19 ward after it began seeing COVID-19 patients return to the emergency room and intensive care unit. This visitation pause, this is important. This does not apply to end-of-life patients or patients under 18 years old or nursery and neonatal ICU patients or those patients who require support people due to developmental or cognitive impairments, but it applies to a heck of a lot other people. Any patient, and so NNY360 says that any patients who still require a visitor with them while at Samaritan's main Watertown campus should enter the hospital via the Rotunda main entrance, accepting obstetrics and maternity patients who should still enter through the women and children's ward. Now let's see how things are going as far as COVID-19. COVID infections continue to rise. On Thursday, they reported 86 cases. Jefferson County, 32 tested positive, 9 hospitalized. St. Lawrence County, 50 new infections and 21 hospitalizations. Lewis County, 4 new cases, 1 person in the hospital. No deaths reported Thursday. Still good to keep an eye on some of these things happening. And let's get to a business spotlight as we wrap up, wind down today's conversation. We're first discussing Glory Construction and Development over on good old Reasoner Road. Let's see how things are going there. Now, if you are looking for a quality construction company in Watertown, you have come to the right place, and that is gloryconstructionny.com. With a proven track record, Glory Construction will go above and beyond to make your renovation or building dreams a reality. Glory Construction has been building in and around Watertown for more than 10 years, and they have the expertise and manpower to see your project all the way to fruition. It's time to transform those ideas and dreams into reality. That is Glory Construction and Equipment. And next up, we will discuss Storage Made Easy at Evans Mills, New York. Again, storagemadeeasy.com. Whether you're looking for a self-storage unit to store your valuable personal belongings or managing logistics for your business, chances are pretty good that you want to avoid dealing with unexpected hassles and surprises, long wait times, poor or offensive customer service. Now, those are just a few of the things you need to be concerned about, but there is great news because Storage Made Easy is your complete resource for home or business self-storage near Watertown, New York. And that does it for us today at Watertown365. We have, in our humble opinion, a great website for you with lots of goodies at Watertown365.com. There is news about U.S. elections, U.S. Senate elections, the case of the Bronze Girl, and the Secret Garden. There is news about a COVID vaccine mandate for school kids, hospitals giving nurses sign-on bonuses, so many different things, Afghan refugees, a food truck frenzy. Now, why was this not front page news? Well, because we wanted to get you to the website. Now, check this out as we wrap up, wind down. Thousands of foodies invaded Watertown for a special community event called Food Truck Frenzy. And so you can find out about this and so much more at Watertown365.com. Our Facebook page is right over here, facebook.com/Watertown365. And we talk about so many other things, and we have some fun jokes and keep it light. There are places you can interact. That is Watertown365 on Facebook and Watertown365 on the World Wide Web, if they still call it that. And thank you for tuning in to the Watertown 365 podcast. We'll catch up with you in September. It feels like the year is flying by. I know people say that, but that is how it feels. And we will see you around for more Watertown area goodies.